Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Alphadia 1 and 2, running on Nintendo Switch. Alright, of course we're playing Alphadia 1 first. It's nice to see this all gussied up and looking and running, much nicer than the original. The fish we were able to catch here in the ocean is some of the freshest around. Too bad members of my family don't particularly like fish. I'm sure my father's back at home regretting that he ever yelled at me. And that's just too bad for him, since the whole fight was his fault anyway. Okay. Where are we going next? Why can't I remember this stuff? I swear. Yeah, I love how you can keep the animation. I'm surprised, we can't buy the keys. I wonder if that's just maybe not yet. I don't know. Let's see, time to sleep, east exit, head for Testrosa's place. Here we go. Ah, there you are. You all ready to get going? Yes, we're ready to leave whenever it's convenient for you. And I'd like to be off now. Before that, however... before that what? Yes, I'll need one of you, or preferably more, to act as my escort. You sly fox. You had a plan to use us like this all along, had you not? Yeah, and what of it? I have my own personal agenda for needing to go there, and I'm acting as your guide to boot, so what do you have to complain about? Oh, and I should probably tell you in advance that because I'm a merchant by trade, I don't do the whole fighting thing. Get my gist? Now that is one thing you should have told us way ahead of time, buddy. Don't start getting disgruntled now, Kareem. While I agree with your sentiments, what is, well, is. So rather than get up in arms about it, we should just deal with it. We'll deal with the situation as it is. Alright, we're headed for far north to a basin surrounded by mountains. You can enter it from the north. We should probably do a little bit of level raising, or at least getting some more money, so we can buy all the good stuff for everyone. And like I said, it's not much of a bother since the battles are so fast. Again, it just reminds me of playing the original Suikoden, where it's like, yeah, there's some grinding, but like the battles only last a couple seconds, maybe a minute at the most. Nothing helps grind more than very, very quick battles. And the ability to auto-battle. I should probably figure out how much money I need. 5,000? 6,000. Somewhere around there. That's just for the weapons. Let's see. Northwest is Vanessa's lab. Northeast is Sea Cave of Ndongo. Okay, we don't earn that much money. It's not quite that fast. Is this the... Holy mackerel should be the phrase for this place. Huh. Who'd have guessed the Resistance was a full-blown organization like this? That's kind of the point. But just so you know, this place we're in is a laboratory, so don't touch anything, or it's my head that'll be on a skewer, because I brought you here. A laboratory? Yes, Vanessa is a researcher, so it would seem necessary that she has a place where she can conduct experiments. At present, she's also the head of this facility. I would not expect anything less of one with such particular qualities as herself. Oh, and did I mention, she's recently become the leader of the Resistance as well. She's now the leader of the Resistance, too? Yep, one thing about it, though. She hasn't been informed of her new promotion, so I'd appreciate it if you let me break the ice to her on this one. What's that supposed to mean? Trust me, you'll find out soon enough. But first, let's go see her in her office and speak to her directly. What do you people want? Can't you see I'm busy conducting my own experiments? Please go find someone else to bother. It's often said that if you play with fire, you're likely to get burned. The same goes for both power and destruction. Make sure not to try to control what you cannot. I sure could use a bite to eat right about now. I wonder what's on the menu today. Man, the work around here never ends. Once I get done with this project, I still got like 10 more lined up and that need finishing. Okay, nobody says anything particularly interesting. It seems that we're seeing a lot of new monster breeds popping up in various places around the world. I wonder what's causing them to evolve like that. I joined the Resistance in order to fight against Schwarzschild. Why, you ask? I realized that they were much too strong an enemy for me to try to oppose on my own. Somebody needs to clean up that spill. Oh, what's over here? How about it? Do you feel like taking a rest? I'm fine. Downstairs, I'm assuming she's upstairs. No? What did you just say? The test subject energy has suddenly increased at dangerous levels? At this rate, it's only a matter of time before she begins to run out of control. How could this have happened? It's supposed to be your job to prevent this kind of situation. Yes, and I take full responsibility. Sounds like someone's getting yelled at. Anyway, this is the place. What now? Huh? My mistake, Tessarosa. I surely didn't expect to see you here today. What do you need this time? And who are those tag-alongs with you? Let me introduce you to Vanessa, everyone. And like I said before, she's the new leader of the Resistance. So, you're the Vanessa we've heard so much about. It's an honor to meet you. Now wait a dang minute. Since when did I become the leader of the Resistance? Don't tell me he is dead. You can't be serious, can you? It seems fairly certain that's the case. But it's not that I saw his execution with my own eyes, so I can't actually say for sure. What are you talking about, and who is this he? That's none of your concern. Now, if you don't mind telling me, what business does your ragtag bunch have here with me? We've come here to petition your help. I have heard your name mentioned several times in the past by Maxim and... Maxim, huh? Well, that's a name I haven't heard in quite some time. Which means that if you knew about his and my relationship, you could only be... Please, Vanessa, we need your help. In order to stop Schwarzschild and its growing threat to the world. Sorry if this sounds rude, but I'm going to have to pass on your gracious offer. But why? Because for starters, I don't trust you. And then there's the point of... I don't need your help, so why should I give you mine? Please, I implore you to help us in our cause. Why? Because Maxim's after you, isn't he? Because Maxim's after you, isn't he? Look, there's no merit for me in all of this to harbor fugitives of the Empire. Oh, what is wrong with you, lady? Can't you see that Xion is almost begging on her knees for your help? And what's that to you? Seriously, shut your mouth unless you know what's going on. Or didn't your mother have the decency to teach you that? Kaboom. We have serious trouble, Vanessa. 1417 has completely blown out the wall in a section of the lab. And to make matters worse, she's escaped. And what are you standing around and blabbering for, you idiot? Go after her. And whatever you do not let her get away. Bunch of useless jugheads around here, I tell you. If that's the case, then how about letting us go and bring your test subject back instead? And if we succeed, I want to promise that you'll help Xion. Do we have a deal? Since I don't have much of a choice, fine. What, did you hear me or something? No, I think we're just surprised is all. This is great news for you, Xion. So, what kind of monster does this test subject 1417 look like anyway? 1417 is not a monster. She actually looks no different than that of a young girl. But there's one thing you need to be careful of. She is one girl you don't want to end up on the opposing sides with. Come on, who do you think we are? We'll bring her back, no problem. That's not the only problem, buddy. We have all kinds of beasts running rampant in these parts if you haven't noticed yet. Beasts? These are no doubt some of Schwarzschild's newly developed bioweapons. They are legions of savage beasts. And you would be wise to tread carefully to avoid a run-in with one of them. We'll keep that in mind. And don't worry, Vanessa. You can count on us to bring this 1417 of yours back. In recent days, there have been monsters roaming near here that have been devouring people's dreams. Though thanks to that, many are suffering from terrible nightmares and the lack of sleep that follows, myself included. Fortunately, I've heard that there's a potential solution to the problem. It's a magic charm, believe it or not. My only problem at the moment is getting a hold of one of the necessary items to make the darn thing. Not that I think you'll be able to help me or anything, but if you happen to come into possession of one garlic stalks, let me know. I won't be going anywhere anytime soon, so you know where to find me. Garlic stalk, huh? Sorry to inform you, but the area beyond this point is strictly off limits to those without express permission. Okay. Yep. Sea Cave, Undago. It's still dangerous here. Let's go back. Oh, okay. Not here, huh? Ooh, got a garlic stalk. So, you really went out and found a handful of garlic stalks for me, did you? Great, now I'll finally be able to get some well-needed sleep instead of turning it into an insomniac. I know I was a tad rude with you before, so to show that there are no hard feelings, let me give you these as a reward. Monster in the Moonless Night. Okay. Is the girl going to be Ina? I imagine it's Ina. Like I said, it's been a long time since I played this game. I don't really remember what went on in the original Alphadia Genesis games. Is this where Vanessa's experimental doll, or whatever it is, came running into? Yeah, probably. It wasn't like there were any other places outside this one for her to run to and hide. Yes, I think it's safe to assume she's still somewhere here in town. Which means we've got no choice but to start searching this place with a fine-tooth comb. Let us hurry and finish this so that we can bear on our way. Oh, this can't be happening. What can't, sir? Beasts have started attacking us. That's what, you foolish youth. They're hideous creatures. And those poor souls who've been ripped to pieces by them. God give rest to their souls. That's so terrible. And this town seemed so peaceful when we first arrived here, not that much earlier, too. All of this woe and misery. It's all because of Schwarzschild. Don't worry, mister. We'll make short work of these beasts, or whatever you like to call them. I just exit the town. Okay. Damn it. You don't happen to have any rare or unusual stones that I could see, do you? I don't think I do, no. Is this little girl supposed to be 14, 17? But she's nothing more than a child. So, it's possible to even create a... Come away from the water. Let's go home, shall we? Do not play dumb, child. I know you can hear Shion. Now speak when spoken to. Do you miss home? No. No? But why not? Because I do not want to go home. Really? Not even your own home? I hate it there. Come on, there's got to be at least one thing you like about home, right? Yeah. Oh, what the heck is that thing? This doesn't look good at all. That's a beast. Shion, it's far too dangerous for you here. That doesn't look... this doesn't just look bad, Kareem. This is bad. Hurry, we must flee this place. There's no time for that. We'll have to deal with this thing ourselves. What's that? It's a boy. I was. That was a close encounter if I've ever seen one. By the way, you weren't hurt, were you? I am fine. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Huh? What's that in your hand? Looks like some sort of yellowish-orange crystal. The giant bird you defeated dropped this. It is an energy stone. An energy stone? Here, you may take it. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure I should do with it, but thanks. I'll hold on to it just in case. Oh no, how about yourself, Ash? Were you hurt? Maybe I'd better check you over just to be on the safe side. What's the matter, 1417? You don't need to cling to my arm like that. I'm alright, really. Looks like she doesn't want you touching Ash, Eclair. Why don't you just shut up, Kareem? I'm relieved that we're all safe. Shall we now return to Vanessa's lab? That innocent look and silence are enough to drive a person mad. Say something, will you? There's no reason to get so bent out of shape, Wide. She's just a child. Could you explain to us why you don't want to go home, 1417? I want to see the outside world. What? Are you trying to tell me you've never been outside before? Ever? Shakes head. Alright, I understand now. You leave things to me and I'll get them straightened out for you, okay? I'll speak with Vanessa about this the second we get back. Really? You would do that for me? Of course. I must be locked up in a dark laboratory all the time. I, for one, sure don't. Thank you. Ugh. No more time for talk, Ash. We've got another beast and it's just as big as the last. Where are these creatures coming from? It is dangerous here. Look out, here it comes. What in the world was that? Did he just take out that beast with a single blow? You're... Victor, why are you... Highness, have you been harmed in any way? So, it was you who defeated the beast attacking this town. Indeed, it was I. As I came in search of your whereabouts, I found this town being assailed by hordes of these flying beasts. And you saved us too. I appreciate you coming when you did, Victor. Who is this, Shion? An acquaintance of yours? Yes, that's right. He is one of my father's... How dare you, scoundrel! How dare you not address the crown princess by her rightful title? Princess? What? You want to run that by me again? Did you just say Shion is a princess? Victor. This personage here is none other than Her Highness, the Crown Princess of the Schwarzschild Empire. The Crown Princess of the Schwarzschild Empire? Come, Highness, let's return to the palace post-haste. Your father has been worried sick over your prolonged absence. I must apologize, Victor, but I will not. As for yourself, Victor, have you not only come under order from my father to retrieve this ring? Why are you and everyone else in the palace sitting my welfare at naught for the vain honors of men and a mere ring. I swear on my life, Highness, it is not so in my case. Entreat me as you will, Victor, but I will have you know right here and now that I refuse to return to Schwarzschild. And you can relay that to my father, too. Now let's go, everyone. Highness! You do realize I will have no choice but to pursue you should you persist in this course of action. Do you understand what the consequence of this choice will mean? It means that I will be forced to hunt you down as an enemy of the Empire, as a traitor. I do not care. I have a mission that I must accomplish, no matter what the cost, even if it means at the expense of my own life. Very well, Highness. I will permit this charade to carry on for a short while longer. Wide. Yes, General Victor. If anything happens to Princess Xion, you know that it will be your head on a pole. Make sure that you guard her with your very life. It shall be done. Alright. We got Ina, who is a major character through most of the Alphadia Genesis games, and some of the other series as well. She makes guest appearances. Along with Mary Curie, the arena owner. I don't know if we meet her in this game. I think we do. Oh, it might be Alphadia II where we meet her. I'm not 100% sure. And no, not based on the historical person in any way. Just I don't know why they chose that name. So, you managed to bring 1417 back without any major incidents, huh? Huh? Why aren't you saying anything? If you ran into some kind of trouble, then spit it out already. We may have somewhat of a problem. What kind of problem? Does the name Victor ring any bells to you? Ah, that makes sense. He's come here to locate and drag Xion home if necessary, I'm sure. So you knew all along that Xion was both princess and daughter to the Emperor, didn't you? Then why are you asking? That certainly does put a cramp in things if we've now got the entire Schwarzschild army out after her, too. What to do? Well, first things first. We kept our part of the bargain and brought 1417 back safe and sound. Now it's time you will hold your end of the bargain and help Xion. You really want my help, huh? Oh, now don't you even think about backpedaling on your promise. Even if I did promise, with the current state of things as they are, I don't know what I can... Then... would you reconsider if I gave you this to use freely for your research? Xion slid an ornate ring off her finger and gave it to Vanessa to handle and examine. Are you sure about letting me use this for my research? Yes, I'm sure. All that I ask for in return is your help. Fair enough. We've got ourselves a deal. Care to explain to me why everyone seems to be after that stupid ring? Because if I remember correctly, that ring was the same one that Victor guy wanted. Well, of course it was. That ring is the imperial treasure of the Schwarzschild Empire. The ring itself is even rumored to be a concentration of pure energy. Energy? You simple-minded dolt, it is the same energy that each of us have the ability to use. Exactly. And though I have no clue what kind of energy lies nestled at the heart of this little trinket, I'm sure it's worth finding out. And then there are certain stones that flow with naturally occurring energy as well. These stones, however, are something that even the luckiest person may never lay their eyes on in their entire lifetime. You mean like this one? Ash handed the energy stone in his possession over to Vanessa. This is an energy stone. Where on earth did you come across this? We picked it off some beast we killed that was attacking Sealoop. This stone is quite different from the ring Xion was carrying, but even so it does have its uses. And given its rarity, it could easily be turned into something like, let's say, a first-rate accessory. You know, why don't I hold on to this for you just in case? Be our guest. But I do have a request if you don't mind. What sort of request? 1417 wanted to see the world outside, and the reason she broke out of here in the first place. Which is why I'd like to ask that, You give her the freedom she deserves and stop keeping her locked up here like a lab rat. Sorry, but I cannot do that. Come on, why not? Because what you see standing right there is the culmination of all my years of research. And any way you consider it, it wouldn't be the wisest thing in the world to let someone like that go walking out the front door, now would it? Having said that, however, it is apparent to me that 1417 has grown rather attached to you for reasons I cannot fathom. Therefore, I've made up my mind. 1417. Though I cannot give you the freedom you desire, I will allow you to tag along with these people. Really? I wouldn't have said it if I didn't think there was anything to be gained. As per our conversation, I have realized you are indeed in need of some real-world experience to further your emotional and mental growth. This is great news. It sure is. Energy 1417 joined your party. When do we give her her name? I've never seen 1417 latch onto anyone the way she has with this kid. But why? It makes me start to wonder if there's something special about him that I'm not seeing. Well, while you're all here, let me have some rooms made up for you. And if you ever have a need of stopping by my lab again in the future, feel free to use them to rest yourselves as you see fit. At any rate, I think a little give and take couldn't hurt our relationship either, so I intend to have a job ready for you come tomorrow morning. Well, I guess that means we'll be seeing a lot more of each other then, now won't we? What should we call you exactly? Energy 1417 does sound a bit awkward, doesn't it? It sure does. Oh, I know. How about we give her a cute nickname ourselves? You know, a nickname. I don't know about the whole cute thing, but I can definitely agree about giving her another name that doesn't sound so inhuman. I have no objections so long as the name you chose isn't something ridiculous. We clear on that? Well, alright then. What sounds like a name that might fit her? Hey, don't ask me, like I would have any brilliant ideas. Why don't the two of you decide? We call her something like, Enoa. How does that sound? Should I say awful or just plain terrible? Where in the world did you pull that one out of? Thin air? Well, what if we tried modifying Eclair's suggestion just slightly? How does the name Ina sound to everyone? I think it has a nice ring to it. What does everybody else think? But since she's still a little girl, shouldn't we call her Annie? You know, like how Susan becomes Susie? I think Ina suits her fine. Unless, that is, you don't like it, 1417. Do you like my name, Ash? Sure. It sounds pretty nice for a girl's name, if you really want my opinion. And looks like we've settled on the matter. Ina it is. Alright then, Ina. We'll be glad to have you tag along for the ride. Don't worry about anything, Ina. It'll be just like people say. The more the merrier. Do you really think so? I know so. Okay then. Is it just me, or does it feel like Ina's ability to communicate is gradually improving? She does appear to be happier with the prospect of partial freedom. I told Vanessa everyone should get some sleep, but how do we get over the fact that Shion's the Crown Princess of Schwarzschild? I mean, why did she keep silent about it this whole time? She should have known she could trust me. And furthermore, why is her father on this crazy rampage where he feels the need to take over the entire world? I think maybe it's best to sit down and have a talk with her about it to understand the situation better. I can't imagine that she keeps silent any longer if I ask her about it directly. Father, what kind of mess have you created? Hey, Shion. What's the matter, Ash? Did you need something? I just want to talk with you is all. And if I could, ask you about a few things, too. Like what? Like, why didn't you think to tell me that you were the Crown Princess of Schwarzschild? It's because I couldn't. It's because towns like Highland and other nations had either been attacked or destroyed. It's because my father is responsible for it all. How could I have admitted that to anyone? I just couldn't. Shion, I'm so sorry about everything. I realize it's not your fault, so you can rest easy. I'm not pointing any fingers. But what's the deal with that ring of yours, anyway? Wide mentioned something about it being the imperial treasure of Schwarzschild. So if you don't mind me asking, why do you have it in your possession if it's so special and whatnot? It's a memento from my mother. It's also an engagement ring that has been passed down for ages within the imperial family. Okay, but that still doesn't explain why your father is so bound and determined to get it back. That is, unless I'm missing something. It's because the center stone is really an ancient energy stone. Long before even the Great War of over a century ago, it is said that the stone itself was created at the time the foundation for this world was laid. And it supposedly flows with more energy than anything else in existence today. And you're willing to give something as important as that to this eccentric scientist, Vanessa, for who knows what kind of research is going on here? Yes. If it will provide advantageous in helping to stop my father and the evil machinations of the Empire, then yes, without hesitation. Because this is about saving lives, and we should do everything in our power to stop any more from being lost. Shion. Thank you, Ash. For what? First, for saving Wide and I from the hands of Rosenkreutz. And second, for getting Vanessa to agree to give us her cooperation. I am truly grateful for everything you've done. Oh, this is the part where she kills me, right? Sounds overly dramatic. That's why. I feel this ever-pressing need to stop my father before anything else terrible happens at his hand. If it's not much to ask, I'd be extremely grateful if you would continue to stand with us. If it'll prevent what happened to Highland from happening somewhere else, then count me in. Once again, thank you. And Ash, I really mean it when I say that. The next morning. Morning, everyone. Vanessa supposedly has something urgent she wants to talk to us about. Let's go. How far along are they on the development of the said power source? Progress has been much slower than I'd hoped for, if that's what you're asking. At any rate, it appears without me overseeing the project directly, they'll never finish it. In that case, I think it's best that you invest your faculties in getting that done. And don't worry about Ash and the others. I'll do what I can to manage the situation in your absence. So you think you can handle things? Well, alright. If you say so, then I guess it would be time effective to leave this matter in your care, wouldn't it? Huh? Aren't you all up bright and early? We're looking to get a head start on whatever job it is you had in mind for us next. Your enthusiasm is welcome. You'll need it. This time, I'm looking to have you cross over to the northern continent. The northern continent? So what exactly do you want us to do up there? There's a tower. What kind of tower? And what is your plan for us there? From the information I've gathered, there's supposed to be an energy stone that lies somewhere within the large architectural structure. An energy stone? That's right. It's a little different from the one you brought back with you before. But with something like that in our possession, we could very well tip the scales of this war in our favor. That is an excellent plan. I couldn't agree more. That just leaves one unanswered question. How do we get to the northern continent? Yeah, because both Rosenkreutz and the soldiers from Schwarzschild's army are after us, unless you've forgotten already. There's actually a cave to the northeast of here. It's actually more like a tunnel, to be exact. By passing through it, you should be able to cross over to the northern continent. That would definitely help us avoid detection as we could pursue a course for the tower. Then let's get the show on the road then, shall we? What about you two? Are you coming with us? Unfortunately, I've got other matters of pressing importance, so that's a negative on my side. In fact, I was just getting ready to head out to work on a project at a different facility. But before I forget, let me give you these. We get 6 clear rings. What are these for? The accessories I developed here in my laboratory. Basically allows you to use energy in a much more efficient manner than before. I'm sure they'll be useful for you to you along the way. If you have any questions about how to use them, Tessarossa should be able to fill you in. Good luck. Ooh, I have accessories, huh? Yeah, I forgot you can have like a lot of party members, which is not something normal in a modern RPG now. A lot of modern RPGs limit your parties to 3 people in the party. You know, maybe 4, but very rarely 6. Oh, that's right, I wanted to equip everybody with the ring. Oh, I don't have anything, huh? Am I supposed to talk to Tessarossa? Do you need me to explain how your clear rings work? Yeah. Before I explain how rings work, you'll need a solid understanding of energy to go off first. Simply put, energy is the life force of all living things. And of course, the amount of energy from entity to entity, whether it be human or not, varies significantly. That said, each living entity possesses a single elemental. As with you, Ash, your elemental appears to be fire. Now, to get back to explaining the ins and outs of rings. Rings are specialized equipment that can be used by anyone. And thanks to Vanessa's research on energy theory, we have developed a way to harness that power through rings. For example, though Ash can use only fire at present, with a ring equipped, he would be able to use any elemental. Pretty impressive, huh? Still, that doesn't solve all problems, for as with most things, there is a catch. Energy strength with regard to other elementals is limited to half of that of the one inherited at birth. But being able to artificially use any other elemental at all is obviously a lot better than not being able to, wouldn't you agree? Although as a reminder, you need to actually equip a ring if you intend to get any use out of it. Also, once a ring has been upgraded, you are free to equip it or unequip it as you like. You don't need to worry about losing any skills you've gained, either as re-equipping the same ring will instantly restore them. Well, that's about all there is to it. If you want to infuse or upgrade a ring, talk to Vanessa or one of her assistants. Good luck! I would think it would be an accessory. I guess we'll figure it out as we go. All this energy research every day is starting to get to me. I'd really like to be able to research what I want for a change. If you don't mind doing me a favor, I'd like to ask that you bring me some echoing rust, should you run across some. Although echoing rust looks like any other kind of rust, it's different because it gives off an extremely low-pitched echo. This phenomenon is particularly interesting to a researcher like myself. Sadly, echoing rust can only be found deep beneath the ocean. That said, you might want to try looking for some in the sea cave of Undago to the north of here. It'd probably be your best bet. Alright, well, we happen to be going there, so I guess that's okay. Oh, gosh. Oh, how much money do I have? that's right. This is not the town. What am I doing? Let's see, I can fast travel, right? Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is Audap. You've been watching Alphadia 1 and 2 running on Nintendo Switch. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.